What's
What up?
up,
What up?
guys? This is Behind the Grind Volume 50. Johnny Concepts, your host. I'm by myself this time, but that's because my guest of honor is the none only Trip B. What's up, my dude?
What's up, my dude? How we doing?
I'm fucking chilling. Well, just want to say what up to everybody in the room. What up, Darrell? What up, Lindsay? What up, Lori? What up, Ability? I be bumping. What's good? So we're just gonna wait for the room to fill up a little bit. What up, Gibby? So we got some ciphers that we want to play for you. Some verses from Trip B that we want to play for you. So what do we got? We got the Juice, which is most recent. We got Long Island, and then we got 1 Million Live, which was actually done. Right in the title, was done live, which is really dope. So for the motherfuckers that are in here, first 2 votes gets it. Which one do you guys want to hear?
We're gonna take a second and let some people hop in here because there's only fucking 3 motherfuckers in here right now.
Oh,
we just went down. Yeah, we just went down from like 12. So I really appreciate the support, y'all. No, I'm just playing. You know, I know shit be glitching like that. Matter of fact, Johnny, I was just checking on my phone too, and the shit didn't even start. Like it just started like a minute ago on my phone when I was looking at it, and we've already been live for like 2 minutes. So I don't know, shit's weird like that. Yeah, AOK wants me to hit the post. Guys, welcome to the show. Like Johnny said, we're gonna let the room build. Please hit the like button. Please hit the share button. Johnny's taking over the fucking show. It's Johnny Concepts night as well as my own night. Details, thank God, details, man. Woo!
Details.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Big facts. I have to take care of a little post action on Facebook to get this room jumping a little bit. Thank you for the 20 of y'all that are in here now. Yeah, like Johnny said, what are the ciphers we have for me?
So the ciphers that we got 1 Million Live, we got the Juice, and then we got Long Island. So which one do you guys want to hear from Trip B right now?
Yes, let us know. Let us know. I think I want to start with, if it was my choice, I'd want to start with the 1 Million Live to let y'all know. It's not the first cipher I was in, far from it, but live 1 Million Live Volume 5 was a dope ass event. Johnny, were you there?
Yes, I was there. I was actually on one of the ciphers.
You were on one of them?
Remembering. But but yeah, so it was shot live. Like we recorded it live, which is really dope. It was a celebration for us hitting 1 million views on the channel. So we did 5 ciphers out in Rhode Island. Was that Simon's, I believe? Yep. So yeah, so I got Ability wants to hear the live one.
I thought this was a vote for the live one, but no, it's just Beau Dizzle being fucking half retarded, I guess. So yeah, Beau, we live right now. What's up, brother? Frankie, what's good? My sister said Long Island. My mom said Long Island. So who's coming in first? Are we tied 2-2? Oh, and Tommy Grizzo, Long Island. Darrell got the Juice. What do you think?
Let's do Long Island then.
If you
ask and you shall receive. Long Island.
All right, so let's do that then. Actually, you know what? We never even properly introduced y'all to the show, but that's okay. I didn't get to play the little commercial and shit, but it's
good. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't have the commercial.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. We're gonna get into the cipher. This was from are we doing Long Island? Is that what we decided on?
Yes, the crowd voted for Long Island, so we're going.
All right, let's do it. So, guys, unfortunately, I still got to press some buttons, but give me 1 second. Share screen. Bang. So, welcome to the show, guys. Behind the Grind, we have reached volume 50, Johnny.
Yes, volume 50.
Wow, that's crazy. A year and a half, volume 50. We tried to go weekly. We've tried bi-weekly. Sometimes events get in the way and stuff, but here we are, man.
It's and sometimes crazy. We just do it when we want, but
right.
Let's play the Long Island. Let's do this.
We just do what we want. Hold on. Now I got to find this comment to hide it. Okay, there it goes. It's off the screen. All right, guys. So check it out. Grind Mode Cypher, Long Island, Volume 2. This was the first event we did in Long Island. This one was produced by the homie Ra the Sun God. it's sitting at a low view count, guys. All right, so we're gonna try to run this one up a little bit. If you don't mind going back out to check the video after the show and shit like that. But anyway, without further ado, this one's only sitting at 12K views, guys. This was 5 years ago, going on 6 years ago. Check it out. I gotta mute my mic. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Bang.
Yourself, man, I'm the one who set the standards. My style's authentic, what you chasing, boy, I've been it. I'm just a product of shit that I envision. I'm a beast, listen, pressing on your shorty for some cheeks. Said she wanna give, said she see me on a cipher and your boy slaughtered it. Now I'm eating beats and she feed them to me feet first. Killing MCs on their knees with a weak verse. No way you could ever say that Trip ain't on his grind, ho. First things first, keep my name about your pie, ho. Bitch ass rappers get bitch slapped backwards. Half ass bars, you could use a little practice. I show you how to write that dynamite C4, but now we getting too deep. That's a C floor. POA always reppin' till I get my team on. Lingo said, come and ride with me and get your lean on. Ben Fly, shit, I think I need a theme song. All right, a strong guy, bitch, don't even breathe wrong.
Don't even breathe wrong. That's what's up. Definitely one of my favorite verses from you. I love that cipher. What was it like doing that, like in Long Island?
So that's actually a good story, good way to start off the show. I'll tell that story real quick before we run it back. That I actually picked up AOK for the first time on events. We roll together occasionally for events and shit, and that was the first time him and I actually got to roll together to an event, and we showed up mad early. I'm pretty sure we followed Lingo and Nicole. I could be wrong, but I think they went right over to the venue where we were shooting at, and it was windy as fuck that day and freezing ass cold, right? And you saw what I was wearing. I was wearing like a t-shirt and like a light jacket. There were other people there wearing legit like winter jackets and shit, and hoodies. And but anyway, me and AOK, this is back when the homie was still drinking and stuff. We went to the bar and we threw down a couple of Long Islands because we was in Long Island, obviously, and we thought we were cool for that. And the bartender actually ended up like being a fan or like checking out Grind Mode on the spot once AOK and I were telling him about it. And the bartender actually became like a fan and shit. So that was cool.
That's what's up. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
But what we're here for is we want to hear about the backstory. Like where did Trip B come from? Where were we at in the beginning? So let's start from the very beginning. Who is Trip B?
All right, so my bad. I'm getting texts and shit now because people want to reach out now that it's showtime. So coming up in the house, it was like pop music type shit in the house and stuff like that. I would be tuned on to hip hop occasionally here and there from friends and whatnot. Trip B started writing at about 16 years old. I was late to the game. I really enjoyed being a fan of hip hop and never even really considered writing rhymes and trying to spit rhymes. It was just something that I had a great love for. And one day, I had kept a diary as a kid, and not something that I did too regularly, but it was something that I kept. And one day I decided, like, let me try to put what I'm going to write right now in a rhyme form. And just like, it had no flow to it. It had no pattern. It was more like spoken word, I guess, just written in a fucking book that no one was ever going to see except for myself. And eventually I kept doing that. It was something, it was fun. So I kept doing it. It was like a puzzle, so I kept doing it. And eventually I got to the point where, I'm like, I'm going to go show my sister's friends this. Now my sister's like, this is her comment right here. I remember coming across some notebooks. Now my sister's 4 years older than I am. So her friends were a little more in the know. They knew what was cool. They knew what was whack. They weren't going to be afraid to tell a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I took my notebook to I remember having a Jordan bar about Jordan, obviously. And the dude was just like, didn't tell me I was dope, but he was just like, stay with it. Keep doing that. And that was all I needed, bro. Keep doing that. Like, okay, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So I did.
Absolutely.
Yep.
When you said you started putting it in rhyme form, like what was there anything that kind of went through your head to want to do that, or was you just listening to rap music one day?
Just listening to super lyrical artists, Nas, even Jay-Z, like people don't like to think Jay's a lyrical dude, but he really is. Cats like Coolio back in the day, even shit like that, Wu-Tang Clan. And the beats were just like an additive. The beats were just like something to me that were put there so I could listen to these words that these people were telling me, and things they were teaching me, and crazy shit. And just became infatuated with the fucking culture, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
it was
sure.
a seed. Started as a seed. The seed fucking started to grow some roots.
Absolutely. Now, when that person told you to keep at it, you obviously did.
Yeah.
Now, is this the point where you started to take it a little more seriously, or?
Yes, yes, definitely took it seriously. So like I said, I started writing like 15, 16. I think I rapped for the first time. Don't forget Mace. My wife said, yeah, Mace was dope for sure. But you know, I started rapping out loud, I would say, at like 17 years old. So compared to like these cats today, man, that's super late. And I really wish I had, you know, started a little bit earlier in life, but what comes in due time comes. So I waited till then, and just took advantage of what I could. There's my boy. So my bad. Where are we going? Oh, so Trip B. Yeah, I kept going. I kept writing. I kept doing my thing. Now the internet was becoming a thing, like AOL and MySpace and shit like that. And I was seeing these other local cats, some of them who I'd known from high school or prior, from Rhode Island and Mass and stuff like that. These cats were rapping and putting up tracks and uploading them to MySpace and doing this and doing that. And some of the shit was dope. And it was real inspiring to be like, yo, these cats right in my hometown are doing this shit, like Lingo, like Anime back in the day, fucking Sage Francis, all these dudes, you know, who were in Rhode Island really doing shit, focus. And I wanted to be a part of that. And so that's what I strive for. Sat at home, didn't really go out much, worked in my basement. I was recording myself in my basement at the time, and just writing my shit and recording my shit for myself and for my close friends in my circle, so that they could hear it and give me feedback and give me pointers and shit like that. They could tell me if it was dope, if it was not. And and thank goodness I had a lot of honest people in my corner, because they would tell me when shit was whack. So I knew how to like navigate through the shit.
And you should take that feedback and then like go back to the drawing board and make it better. That's what's up. So now at this point, have you released any projects or anything? Or
yeah, so I released, going back, this is going back almost a decade now. I released a project. It's a 101. It was called Product of America Volume 1. I had intended on putting out more volumes. You know how life goes and shit like that. So
that was your very first project?
Yes, that was my very first project. Well, yeah, I did put out a project prior to that, with another artist, but it was still like practice to me. It was just like for fun and shit like that. My real first project, I think, would be Product of America Volume 1, released 2013. And that was one of the best days of my life, man. Threw a big party at Simon's, the same place where the live video we'll show in a little bit was shot. It was Grind Mode Cypher headquarters for a few years,
Absolutely.
5 years maybe. And met a lot of cool people, did a lot of cool things there. And that was one of the seeds. That's one of the places where a root of Grind Mode Cypher comes from. So I think it'll be cool to play that video and shit like that.
Yeah, we can definitely play that in a little bit. So around that time,
my bad. Also, the fucking album Hanging Above My Head I have released as well with you, my good sir.
We'll get to that. Where you're going way through into the timeline. We're in 2013 right now.
All right, cool.
So around that time, I remember that because I was actually at that event. That was one of the like first couple times that I met you, was at that, like, I think that was like the third or fourth time. So that was around the time like Grind Mode came into your life too. I'm assuming, because that's around when we met. So talk a little bit how that came into play into your life.
We're right on the fucking perfect timeline, because so I'm doing my thing. It's like 2012. I'm starting to get some recognition, I would call it, you know, some likes, some daps at shows, some, you know, kind words being said, and shit like that. So it's 2012. 2013 comes, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna put out a project. I'm working with my hype man, Chubbs the Rockstar at the time, my brother from another, and fucking, you know, we decided that he was gonna help me work on this project, and we were gonna take this project and we were gonna go perform it, and that was the intention, and he was the dopest hype man who ever lived. Shout out to Chubbs the Rockstar, always holding me down, and shit like that when we were on stage. It was a beautiful dynamic to watch us live. But anyway, it's 2013. I decide I want to put out this project, Pride of America Volume 1. We decide we're going to throw a show at Simon's where we've been rocking, and I had met Lingo prior to that, because I already knew of Simon's, obviously, and we had come from the dive bar before Simon's, so I probably got linked up with Lingo around late 2011, 2012, and so this is 2013. I'm like, I need a few people to be on this bill, because yeah, you know, I'm getting some love and shit, but I don't have the pull to bring 150 people through that door, so I'm gonna have to do something. I'm thinking to myself, so let me start reaching out. I did have a little prior experience with throwing my own shows, coming from Newport, Rhode Island, where the scene is very minimal. Shout out to like Rhyme Culture and shit like that. But the scene is minimal at the time, so I was throwing a couple shows here and there. So, you know, I just reached out to heads that I was seeing locally. I pulled up to fucking Dive Bar one night, and Lingo and Marshall Law, rest in peace, Marshall, are standing outside of Lingo's car, going through Lingo's trunk as I'm walking up to the venue. And I had already been thinking in my mind, when I get there tonight, I can't leave unless I ask Lingo and Marshall if they're going to open for the show. So like, that's my MO for the night. That's the only reason I'm really going. I don't remember if I was performing that night even. We were going a lot just to hang, just because Grind Mode's a family, and a lot of y'all know that. So right. So we were going just to hang probably, and I see Lingo and Marshall right out in the I'm like, damn, who's on fire? Somebody's on fire, yo.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. But anyway, I can keep fucking telling my shit. So
yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so we fucking, yeah, every Sunday forever. I got Lingo's trunk right here. So yeah, they were in the trunk, probably like pulling out equipment or whatever, God knows what, right? So I just walked right up and I'm like, yo, fucking I have the show. They agreed right then and there. I pulled some other artists from the area, like Scared Don't Fear, who was a dope rock rap group at the time, who was going on tour and shit like that. I had CR the Beast DJing, RIP CR the Beast. He's another local legend who I grew up looking up to. And we had him on the ones and twos. And I know I'm forgetting a lot of dope ass names, but we had a great time, and it was a great night. And that was my real, like, you know, people saw me that night and saw me up on that stage and put it down. So I'd say that was the time Trip B arrived right then.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you met Lingo around 2011, and like, if I remember correctly, before your first cipher, we had to try out back then. Remember, you didn't want to try out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trip thought he was too good to try out. He's like, I should just be on the shit.
Yeah.
And
100%.
You were right.
Yeah.
You should have just been on the shit.
100%. Trip B is definitely more egotistical than Beau. Mm-hmm. Trip has an ego on him, and I definitely thought that with my prowess and my skill level, that why try out? Lingo's watching me kill these stages every week, you know, and I knew it, and so it's like, why do I need to try out? Yeah, this kid who we don't know needs to try the fuck out, but I'm hopping on this shit. And eventually, volume, you know, so now volume like 10's going by, volume 14's going by, volume 16's going by, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go fucking hot. When he says tryouts, I'm just gonna go fucking hop up there and spit a verse. So that's what I ended up doing. Trade Films was there like this, right in your face, with the camera, doing the fucking tryouts. And so yeah, there's a little bit, you know, for cats who haven't been on stage. Thank God I had already had a little, you know, stage time. But like, cats used to choke up there on tryouts, and it was dope. It was dope vibe, dope scene. Trying out for Grind Mode Cyphers was like a bucket list thing, and then to get on one was like winning the prize, bro. You know, so we all tried out. Johnny Concepts tried out. I tried out, and we got spots. I was on. I debuted Grind Mode Cypher, Volume 20. It's the original series. There's no series name, none of that shit. It's just Grind Mode Cypher, Volume 20, and Johnny was on Volume 19, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember correctly, but we had met prior to like either of us getting on Grind Mode, and we met at a fire, and it was one of those situations where we were like, "Oh, you rap?" I'm like, "Yeah, I rap." "You rap?" "Yeah." "Oh, okay." And then that was it. That was our conversation for the night, and then
because I clearly didn't believe that you really rapped. because I'm a dickhead. So I'm like, all right, he says he raps, but like a lot of people say they rap. And you remember that era where it was like not everyone had the fucking USB mic in their bedroom. So it was like kids would say they rapped, but like they really didn't rap. This is the mid 2010s in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And but anyway. So
and
yeah,
then, one of the people that you had came with that night, I was a mutual friend of ours. And he had told me that you were doing a show. So I was like, all right, I'm going to pull up and see if he's really about it. So like I ended up going to the show, and ever since then I was like, all right, this guy's got it. And then we ended up running into each other at fucking dive bar at Grind for a Grind Mode Cypher shooting. So that was really dope too.
Yep.
But
yeah, I always look forward to running into at Grind Mode events.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that we got there, so now you're a part of the crew now. So before we get into like what artists you would like to be with, you've been a part of the team for years now. So now you're like kind of elevated into that OG level, and like you work more with the team than anybody else. So talk about what you do now for Grind Mode Cypher.
So first of all, like I just told you guys, man, I've been rocking with Lingo since like 2012, 2011, 2012-ish. And I've been loyal, man. I've been doing ciphers. I paid my dues. I tried the fuck out. I support. And it comes from a genuine place, which is the most important part, for my love for the culture. And nobody puts on like Lingo for the culture, right? So those are my brothers, man. And that's it. That's how I got to where I'm at. And loyal, skill level, persistence, consistency, pushing when you need to push, laying off when you need to lay off, being a good friend, being a brother.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's it, man. That's what Grind Mode's all about.
Absolutely.
My bad. I'm high and I'm like tearing up over my fucking Grind Mode brothers and shit because shit's fucking real, bro. This shit's as real as it gets. It's the best part of my life.
Absolutely. And like us both have created a lot of dope friendships with people. Like the camaraderie, like it really is a dope family. Now, to go further with that family, who are some of your favorite MCs from Grind Mode?
Oh boy. Yeah, that's what happens with Sunday night dinners. Yeah, we gotta start Sunday night dinners again too. But I don't know, man. Grind Mode has a lot of fucking MCs.
Just three of your favorites.
What was that?
Just give us 3 of your favorites.
All right. Out of the 900?
Out of the 900.
So check it out. I'm going to try to limit it. I'm not going to try to say Lingo, AOK, Johnny Concepts, obviously. I think one of my favorite spitters outside of you guys gotta be a name that everyone says. It's gotta be the homie Vendetta. It's gotta be the homie Big G's.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many. Details is coming up. Executive was coming up hot and heavy. I'm missing so many. Bourbon. Look at what fucking Bourbon's doing, bro.
Yeah.
So many producers too, like Boomtac, fucking Evil Dead, fucking just there's so many that it's literally insane. And it makes these events super dope to go to, because every time you thought somebody was dope and you go see them at the next event, you're like, yo, I knew they were dope. That they're even more dope now. Like it's just such a good time, and it's crazy vibes, and there's so many dope people. Look at, here's another kid in here. This kid has one, what do you have, Scandalous? One Grind Mode Cypher under your belt. You're a beast, dude. You're a beast. There's so many. I missed 100. Frankie V. I would love to do a track with Frankie V. I've already worked with Knowledge and Mischief. I would do another track with them in a heartbeat. There's so many, bro. There's so many old school cats too.
Yeah, definitely a dope list. Now, give me one sleeper that like not many people mention that you think is really dope.
Ooh, I wish you had let me prepare for that.
Whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah, a sleeper pick. I don't know. I don't know. A sleeper pick.
We could table that. We could table that.
Yeah.
If you end up thinking about it after.
Yeah, if it pops into my head, I'm definitely just gonna cut you off at some point and tell you. But please don't let me forget that, guys.
All right. So like let's take a look at the chat for a little bit, because I know a lot of people have come in since. So what up, G Lyrical? What up, Vendetta? What up, Nicole? AOK, Details, Amy, Stephanie. I know Lauren was in here.
Hybrid.
Your wife, Lauren, not my wife, Lauren. Executive is in here. Dead Phones is in here. A lot of dope people in here. Thank you for kicking it with us. This is, if you're just joining in, this is Behind the Grind, Volume 50 with Trip B.
Crazy.
And pretty dope segue here. So let's talk about how Behind the Grind started.
Okay, cool. So yeah, got a little more involved with Grind Mode. Started traveling. That's big. That's big too, because these events, they're monthly, but when they're released, it's kind of spread out. So if you miss an event or a series, it can seem like to the fans and like to your peers and shit that you're not around, because it's going to be, even though you were just at an event 2 months ago, it's going to be 3-4 months before you're seen again on the channel in front of people. And so realizing that, I'm like, yo, I can't let those, lapses happen. Like I need to capitalize when I can and fucking make these traveling events when I can within reason. So I started doing that. And a bunch of crazy stories about that, like missing my flight to Ohio and then being so upset about missing my flight that I just booked another flight to come right back home to Providence, and called Lingo, told him what was going on. And he's like, bro, you're going to regret it so much if you pull up to Providence and don't do this. He's like, just get back on the fucking plane to Ohio, like spend the night in the hotel, get on the plane to Ohio in the morning, and let's fucking do this. He's like, at least you'll have a memory and this will be a story. And look at what I'm doing right now. So like moments like that, you know what I mean? That little push that when he needed to, you know what I mean? Could have just been like, not even picked up the phone. You know what I mean? Could have just said, all right, that sucks, later. You know what I mean? But the push when you needed it.
Yeah,
that's real shit. Yeah. So stories like that. So traveling more with them, came back from some odd trip, and AOK too likes to watch the hip hop shit, the hip hop documentaries and shit. I'm the same way with these interviews, with hip hop interviews. So I love hip hop interviews, bro. If there's a hip hop artist, especially if I don't know them, which is the crazy part. Like I want to dive into these dudes who I barely know, who I've heard of, or maybe I haven't heard of at all. And I'll get into an interview segment with them. And by the end, 9 times out of 10, I'm a fan. And sometimes during that interview, I haven't even heard their music yet, but I'm so excited and like anxious to go hear this artist's music now, because I fucked with them for who they are on the interview, and the things they had to say and what they stand for. So I'm like, I want to do this. And I'm like, I want to do this for Grind Mode because it's the perfect platform to do this. And there's so many dope affiliates that God, I could run 50 fucking episodes. I could run 300 fucking episodes of interviews for these dudes. And I could let these people who know these cats in their local cities and towns as that kid who's still rapping, or the kid who's trying to rap or whatever, like look, I'm on a worldwide fucking platform with 75,000 followers, and they're talking to me about my music and about who I am and where I came from. And I felt like every single person in grind mode deserved that shit. So that's where the idea came from.
Yeah.
And you know, I was kind of thinking I would need a hype man. I'm gonna need a backup. Me and you were working together on the we were just working together. You were recording my verses and some shit I had going on at the time. And I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to just have you hop on this shit with me. But obviously, first, you know, I sent the idea to Lingo and AOK, and they thought it was dope. And they said, take it and run, bro. And that's exactly what we've done.
Yeah, and it says a lot about them too, because they could have easily just took your idea and just did it themselves.
Yeah.
They could have easily did that, but they saw that you came up with a dope idea, and you saw that you were trying to pretty much do the same thing that Lingo does, and like make it beneficial for other artists. So you came up with a great idea, and now look where we're at. We're at fucking 50 fucking volumes. We haven't been canceled yet, so we're still going. So
yeah, volume 2, season 2 got canceled.
Yeah,
season 2 got canceled. We're on one endless season.
Yeah, so now we're just like on just one season.
Yeah,
the DVD will be coming out soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So where do you want to go from here, Trip? Do you want to play another video, or do you want to go right into rapid fire?
Yeah, let's do a cipher verse, and then let's have the homie, if he's around. We have a special guest hopping off a rapid fire, so if he's around, he can pop in whenever. And I'm gonna play the million verse.
Yeah. Before you go, while we're playing that, if you guys want to put some questions in the live chat, we're going to try and get to as many questions as we can. Anything that you want to ask Trip, I know Nicole had some prepared for you already, so definitely want to get into some of those.
Okay.
but yeah, like definitely give us some questions while we're playing that video, and then we'll get to them as soon as we can.
Word. All right, yeah, so a little backstory. Grind Mode Cypher, 1 million views. This was volume 5. This was a party Lingo threw because we had reached 1 million total views on this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. Not sure of the subscriber count at the time, but I'll tell you, it wasn't 75,000, 76,000, whatever we're at now. You know, we were growing into what we are now, and we're still growing, and we're growing faster than ever, which some people may not be aware of still. We're AOK could help me out if he was on here right now. We got to be approaching 30 million views by now, I'd assume. But this was our 1 million party, guys. And we threw a bunch of affiliates together, and we threw some live ciphers, and it was really enjoyable. The crowd loved it. There were a few no-shows, which kind of kills shit. But overall, it was a great night. So this is my verse from my live cipher that night. Something happened with the camera like midway through the verse, so it like took a picture of me, which I hated. And my big ass nose is on it, so I always hated it. And but it was cool. It was a dope verse, and it was, I think, the first live ciphers we did. Obviously, they shot 4 before this one, but this is dope. Let me share this with you guys.
This is a fun fact too. This is right when we came back from LA. So we all had fucking fresh tans and shit. So it was all looking dope.
Right. And you guys were fucking riding that high energy from fucking being out in LA. That must have been dope. I didn't get to do that. Yeah, I should have. All right, guys, here we go.
You fucking cunt! Yeah, Providence, Rhode Island, what's good? Triple B, Tommy O, rest in peace. You did to me, paint a picture vividly. Life turned to misery, rappers aren't shit to me. Physically, I'm killing these, check my abilities. High all day like I fly from the Philippines. Still a dream, Putting MCs through a guillotine, still a king. Blaze sharp, you won't feel a thing. I'm fucking shorty, a shorty, take off the wedding ring. I drank a 40 to 40, done got me meddling. I'm killing rappers, the rappers, they got me leveling. It's due to the fact of whack raps they peddling. Step up your game before I fuck up your frame, no doubt. You a lame if you sell out for fame. Shots to your brain or a shot to your vein. Either way, I'ma show you how to escape the pain. Trip B to Bob Micah, BOA GMC, RIP to the live cipher.
This is what the fuck you call cannibalism of the.
Yeah.
Love the way that started with Rips calling everyone fucking cunts.
Yeah, and he shouted out the no-shows before that too. He was like, shout out to the no-shows, punks, or some shit like that. Rips was fucking wild.
Oh shit! What up, AOK?
Yeah. He needs to unmute himself. Oh, there we
What
go.
up?
What up?
What up?
What up, y'all?
Chilling,
Thank you
man.
for kicking it with us. You're gonna join us for the like fan favorite rapid fire segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sponsored to you by Brawlers Inc. Clothing. Go purchase your merch today.
Indeed.
All right. So Trip, I know you're the guest tonight, but you still need to put that timer up for us.
The timer is up. I will start it when you are ready. Who's going first? Figure it out.
Let's AOK go first.
We're just gonna go back and forth.
Yeah. So you'll do one. I'll answer. Johnny will do one. You guys can go back and forth.
I hope I didn't steal any. I made my own list.
Where is
I freestyle it, so we're good.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
Word.
Go ahead.
Big pun or big L?
Gotta be Big L.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Favorite kind of pasta?
Fucking like angel hair or some shit.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. My dog, man.
Nintendo or PlayStation?
Oh man, I'm an old head, but PlayStation.
Beats or lyrics?
Lyrics.
Bad Boy or Death Row?
Bad boy.
Garlic parmesan or lemon pepper?
Garlic parmies.
Worst way to die?
I don't know. I don't know. Next.
New York or LA?
New York. Getting sat on and crushed by a big fat person, Johnny. All right, next.
Favorite form of transportation?
Driving myself, not being driven.
Recording or performing?
Performing all day.
50 Cent or Game?
50.
Babies dressed as animals or animals dressed as humans?
I like both a lot. I'd like to see an animal dressed as a human more.
Okay.
Mario or Luigi?
My guy Luigi.
Weed or beer?
Some marijuanas.
Blunts or smoking out of a bong?
Blunts.
Bad breath or body odor?
Shit. Bad breath because I might not smell it.
Shit.
All right, that concludes Rapid Fire, sponsored by Brawlers Inc. Clothing.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to Brawlers.
yeah, we got some people dropped some rapid fires in the chat. Detail said crack or meth.
I have taken Adderall before, so I guess diet meth.
Diet meth. Nicole said handy or dry hump.
Dry. Handy.
Yeah, what are you?
Yeah. I'm good at dry humping.
Joel Ortiz or Crooked Eye.
Fuck Joel.
Yes. Word. All right. So that was it. You did good. You did good. Except for one answer, you had to come back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but he
think
did come back to it. So
yeah. I think I'm the first person that ever had to do that.
yeah, I would have left it behind. No redemption. So
Not thinking about death.
yo,
My day.
Trip, first before I go, I just want to give you your flowers, bro. You're a dope artist, man. You have a great fucking performance. Like on stage, your performance is so fucking live. You and Johnny together is just like a perfect fucking team right there. Your work ethic for like the team is just hella crazy, man. You're going in, and I appreciate it for real. Appreciate both of you guys, you know. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, bro.
What's
And,
your end goal for the music, bro? What's your end goal?
we're gonna take this grind mode like from where it's at now. We're gonna be like how I was just talking about the million view party. We're gonna be talking about these days again in 5 more years, bro. And it's gonna be like, y'all remember like behind the grind when that started, and like when we had 30 million and now we're at 100, and this is just another chapter in the book, and the end story is grind mode. The last page of the book, the last word is GME, grind mode everything. And,
Oh yeah.
and that's it, man. We gonna, this collective of MCs that we have, and the tight knit collective of MCs that we have, the inner circle alone of like the 20 people who you know, you guys see them on the post, you guys see them at the events, you guys see them on the ciphers. That's who I'm talking about. And it's so easy to become one of those people because you just show up and you just perform and you just bring your best and you treat everyone with respect. And that's it. You show a little support here and there. You like a post, you share a post, you comment, and become part of the family, bro, because that's all we all want, man. And let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah, fam.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Absolutely. All right, y'all.
All right, Ayo.
I'll be retiring for now, but I'll see you in the chat.
Did you like the little how perfect was it about the Long Island story?
I know I said it before you said it on here. I was like, yo.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, oh man. Get out of my head. All right.
Yeah, right. All right, brother. One love, man.
One love, man.
Peace.
All right, so let's we already played the video. I almost forgot. So let's get into some questions. Well, for the next few minutes, we'll do some questions from the live chat.
Okay.
So did you spot any in there?
No, I didn't.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for Trip B?
Mommy or daddy, both. R.I.P. Dad. R.I.P. Daddy.
I do see one from Frankie V up there. 8:36 timestamp.
Would you rather swim in the shark tank or tap dance in the lion's cage? Fuck. I'm dancing in the lion's cage, bro, because they're gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Sharks.
And Frankie had another question. He said, "What was some of your favorite Cypher events?"
Oh, that's a great question. What were some of my favorite Cypher events? I really enjoyed the live event that I just played for you guys. My first event. I enjoyed all the big name special ciphers that we've done that I've been a part of. Those are always real fun. Some of the beasts from the East series, like the volume 18s through 20s or whatever that we shot. It was like dark with like the green lights and shit. Really loved that. It was a great night. Some of the more recent shit, like VIP only, I think it was up in Jersey, was real dope. The one we shot up near Canada, that City helped us out with. Shout out City, another dope artist. That City helped us out with. That was a dope night. So many, bro. Every event in its own aspect has its own thing, and it like becomes its own memory and shit. And then you get the cipher afterwards to remember it forever and have forever.
And you forgot to mention the barbecue events, bro.
The barbecue events. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that would be like everyone's first, like the barbecue. And that's truth. Obviously, we all know that the barbecue is super dope. But like, bro, all these events to me, they're the highlight of my life. Yeah. Legit. And anyone can come. Like if you see a Grind Mode Cypher post and you see all these artists comment, I want in, or producer, I sent you beats, like da da da. This is for everybody. and to keep out of people's inbox and shit, like we're communicating with each other through these posts, and you can also communicate with us there, and you can come to any of these events, and you know, with purchase of a ticket and shit like that, and come through and support and hang out and become part of the fam. You don't have to rap, you don't have to make beats, you don't have to spend $50 on a shirt. You know, it'd be cool if you supported like that, but we just want you to come hang out and be part of the family and enjoy what we have to offer you guys.
Absolutely. Another question. This one comes from Nicole. She said, "Do your balls hurt from all that fence riding?"
I don't understand the context of the question, because that would imply that I'm riding between two sides of something, and I don't know what the other side would be. So I plead the fifth. My balls do hurt, but that's for another reason.
We don't need to get into that.
Yeah, no, I'm not a
Vendetta
comedian.
said, what was the first track you and I did together?
It's a good question. I think the first track we did together was you tell me.
You don't remember?
No, what was it?
No.
Oh, we did a track
actually
way before that. We did a track years ago. What was it?
We did a track off my mixtape in like 2014.
Yeah.
Champions Anthem. It was terrible. No, it wasn't terrible. It was good, but like it was 2014.
The bars were there.
So it just wasn't at the same level.
Right. So no one will ever hear that.
Right,
so you're not going to just play that right now or something?
I mean, it's on my YouTube, so if you wanted to, you can go hear it.
I didn't know that. I'll have to.
Yeah, I threw it on there as a throwback track, but it's on there. All right.
What about this one? And Steph called me Tip. I don't know if to be offended or be like Tip, like King of the South Tip. That'd be cool too. King of Rhode Island.
Or like Tip.
That's a good question. Collaboration with any rapper, dead or alive. Jay-Z or Biggie, all day.
Cool.
Possibly a Nas, possibly a Big L. Big L, I would eat me alive. So maybe Big L if my ego wanted to take a punch. But Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, East Coast shit, man, lyrical shit. Let's go.
That's
what else you got? Oh, I saw another good question up here from G Lyrical. It said, what was the longest trip you took for a cipher? These cats went all the way to LA. So I think that's probably the longest cipher trip. I have been to LA, but not with Grind Mode. So the longest trip I ever took for Grind Mode, I think was time-wise was when I drove down to Ocean City, Maryland for the Grind Mode Cypher Ocean City. And I think I was on volume 1 and 2 of that series, which was pretty dope. We shot it on a beach. There was like fucking planes flying over us. It was like a fucking air show going on while we were trying to shoot ciphers and shit. So, you know, we had the speaker set up, but you couldn't really hear shit that was going on. So we had a tough time like hearing the music that we were trying to perform to and shit. So I remember that. I remember it being hot as fuck and me wearing all black and black jeans that day and shit for some reason. Longest one.
All right. Let's go. Let's do one more question, and then we'll go back to the rest of the interview. So this question comes from Dead Phones. It says, "What sides of lyricism do you want to explore and work on more in the future?"
Definitely. I always say that I would like to be able to chop. I know that's more of a delivery style, but I would love to be able to do that. People tell me I'm crazy because they like what I do now, but I would love to be able to have that in the bag. Also, I do have tracks like this. Some of them haven't been released, and I do have a few cipher verses as well like this when Lingo sends me a soulful beat. Just more personal shit. Just more shit like this where you guys get to know me better from, you know, just my life experiences. I like to say my style now is more entertainment. It's definitely entertainment, maybe some shock stuff in there, you know, and pure entertainment. Some knowledge occasionally, like Johnny knows I got that in the bag, but I'd like to do more of that as well. I'd like to give you guys more of the shit I think about on a daily basis, like you know, like the conspiracy side of me and shit like that. Like I'd like to delve into some of that shit as well.
For sure. Absolutely. So just to answer a quick question I saw in here, Where did it go? Well, someone asked about if we've ever done an R&B cipher. I don't think we ever did a R&B cipher on this channel, but we've had people sing on ciphers before. So it's definitely a possibility, but you got to ask the boss. I don't know. But so back to what we can do here on your interview. Now, if there was one thing that you could do, if you had the means to uplift your community, what would it be?
It's a good question. I'd like to open up some type of center, a new school version of like a boys club, and rock out like that. We got a recording studio there. We've got basketball courts. We've got, you know, tennis courts. We've got arcade. We've got a pool. You know, not necessarily doesn't have to be state of the art shit, but I'd like to bring a new school flavor to something like that, where kids actually wanted to go and wanted to hang out at, and wanted to network, because today's kids that are coming up are losing that, and they're losing it faster. Like every year, I feel like everything, like look how school was the past 2 years, right there. I feel like these young kids are losing that interpersonal relationships with their peers, and I'd like to bring more of that back to the community. Do like a Thanksgiving football game after you guys met with your families. We could all go play a football game or something like that. I've tried to organize like trash pickups. I would even do that shit. I would grab a bunch of homies and fucking, I just tried to do this recently. We had a problem in the neighborhood with nips, empty nip containers. And it just got to the point where I'm like, yo, I'm just about to put up a post. Like, who wants to come fucking walk down Warwick Ave and Van Buren Street and fucking pick up nip bottles? And it didn't get to that point, because thank God it started cleaning up a little bit. But, you know, shit like that, I'd like to do.
Very dope. And I said we weren't going to take any more questions from the chat, but Nicole put a really good question in here that I really like. So she basically asked, go ahead, she basically asked what your show ritual is, like for performance. So like, what do you do? All right, I'll read the whole question. Walk us through a show night. How do you get ready and prepared? Do you still get nervous? How do you feel while you're waiting to go up and perform versus while performing versus after performing?
Oh, awesome question, Nicole. Dope. And thanks for watching and shit too, because I know you could care less. But I'm just playing. But so through a show night. So obviously, the night before it starts, Nicole. The night before the show night it starts. I'm gonna rehearse. I'm gonna try to think about what I'm wearing, and probably go through my set 2 or 3 times in front of a mirror, literally, and just vibe out to my own shit. Smoke a blunt. In the morning I wake up, it's the best day of my life every time, for real. Like I wake up, I'll fucking just enjoy myself, just not even really think about it. I just know it's show night, you know what I'm saying? So that it's always a great day. I'm always in a great mood. And Nicole, you know how moods can be and shit too, and you know I'm the same way. So these are the best days, you know. And so that's it. They're the best days ever. As showtime approaches, I'm going to get cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to make sure I have my plans organized, who I'm rolling with, what time we're getting there, all of that. I'm kind of handling all that shit at the same time. I've got some music in the background. It's probably my set. It's probably Johnny's solo song I'm trying to learn the lyrics to. It's probably, you know, Lingo and AOK's song for the Cultivators Cup show that we did, which was fucking dope.
And then he takes 35 minutes to pick out which jersey he's going to wear.
Yeah. And then so like, and then as like, you know, maybe even back in the day, I remember like somebody will come up like, yo, you're on at 5, yo, you're on at 15, yo, this is their last song and you're on next. That point, something switches, and it's like it goes from like a happy, tonight's my night type of feeling to like, I'm gonna fucking destroy this stage right now, and I'm gonna fucking let everybody in here know that that's what I came to do. And some nights you do it and you walk off and you feel great. Some nights you feel like you left a little something out there, and you feel like you didn't hit this right or do that right, or I could have done way more with my arms and like explaining my bars, and like, you know, and I could have done way more of that. I should have made more eye contact with the crowd. I sounded stupid, you know, when the beat wasn't playing, talking to the crowd. I said something awkward or whatever. Like We think about all that shit, but sometimes it goes perfect, and it's the greatest feeling ever. So there's different feelings after performing. There's also different feelings while performing. Like at the Cultivators Cup when I almost fucking yacked out my mouth during one of the songs, and I had to go run to the back where no one could see me, and I almost vomited off the fucking side of the steps. But I was able to hold it down and come back out. And then sometimes you just feel like a champ. Yep. Sometimes you feel like a champ. There's a whole bunch of different feelings.
Very dope question, Nicole. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for the sake of time, because we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about quickly, if you can, how we did the Barrio Brothers EP and what's next for Trip B.
It wasn't. First of all, I got an Aikman jersey, bro. Fucking Dak. Dak's all right though. The Aikman jersey got trashed in Dallas while we were down there with Grind Mode, but that's a story for volume 100, I guess. But check it. So how we got Barrio Brothers bumping was, and what was the other part of that question?
So what's next for Trip B after that?
Okay, so we got Barrio Brothers because we were working on Behind the Grind, and you know, we're down there in the studio and shit where Johnny's at right now, and we were Behind the Grind started. We were pre-recording these. We were filming these not live, and I was taking the footage home and I was editing the footage in case, you know, somebody had to like think about something or whatever, or they, you know, were dragging shit out. Like I've done this whole interview, I could kind of just cut straight to the point and shit like that, and it would be clean cut and more concise, and it turned an hour into like 25 minutes, which is also more watchable when it's not live. So I was doing that. At the end of the show, we'd have the little outtakes where it was like a bunch of funny shit after the show, and I really enjoyed that. That's the only part that's missing now that I really enjoyed. But so yeah, we started working on Barrio Brothers. We banged out a fucking 7-track EP within, I think, 2 months. We're fully done within 3, I'd assume, right?
Yeah, we were done within like the first 2 months, but we didn't release it till like 4 months later because you kept getting banned and we couldn't promote it.
Right. So this was during the whole COVID shit, and I'm really, I probably shouldn't even have said that word on here. Damn it. And there we go, down 10 pages in the algorithm. And but you know, it was during all that stuff, and I'm really outspoken about stuff on injustices I feel like being put upon us as human beings, and I just felt like they overstepped their boundaries a little bit, and I was pretty outspoken about it. So I kept getting banned on social media, and we had this dope fucking project that, like, you know, no one's gonna know about it if you're not posting about it on social media. So we had to wait, and then, you know, I'd be all set for a couple days, and then wham, Fauci said something again. No, my bad. Probably shouldn't even have said that either. But you know, that's how it was. And so we finally got it released. It's a dope project. It's probably the most proud piece of work that I've done, you know, and by far, even, you know, ciphers included. And Johnny, it was just a pleasure working with Johnny. Kid's a professional. You know, we go down there, we bang shit out. He's always got great ideas. He always thinks of something I'm not thinking of. He comes up with the right word or whatever, and or the way to say something or whatever. And he's not only an MC, but he's also 10 years younger than me, and he's also been a mentor in some ways, as much as I think maybe he thinks I am to him, maybe in some ways, but he also has been that for me. And I think that's why it's such a great relationship, because we both get shit from each other, and that's how relationships should be.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
So what is next for Trip B?
You know, more ciphers. That's what I got planned right now. We've got an event on the 26th at Electric Haze in Worcester, Massachusetts. We're gonna be rocking out over there. We got the homie Cambada, Diabolic. We got fucking Block McLeod over there. And Terminology will also be in the building. So if you guys aren't doing anything on the 26th, it's a Saturday at the end of this month. We're going to all be at Electric Haze in Worcester, Massachusetts, chilling the fuck out. It's a cool venue. We're going to fill it up. So come, bring your friends, buy a ticket, come hang out. That's what's next. As far as that goes, I don't know, man. I just kind of wait on the word from the big homie Lingo. I would in AOK. I would be, you know, looking to perform with you again at another venue locally, but we got to talk about that more off screen and maybe get in another show locally around here. But really don't have anything planned. Me and Johnny are talking about Barrio Brothers 2. We have beats that we won from one of the tracks off of this project right here with Anno Domini. We placed 4th in a contest with over 5,000 entries off of a track on there. And we won some beats. So we got a bunch of beats, and we've been scrolling through some. We've actually laid down the bones to like 2 tracks on Barrio Brothers 2. And you guys know we've been talking about it all 50 episodes that we're going to be looking for features heavy on this one. That's what's next, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, and in case you guys didn't know, like both of us will be on the Snow Goons Grind Mode Cypher album as well. So we shot some ciphers for that recently, so that's going to be coming up as well for Trip, since he forgot to mention it.
Yes, I did forget to mention that. Johnny and I are both featured on the Goon Mode album. I'm not sure if that's going to be the name. I'm not sure if the name's been released. I know the info has been released, so I know it's okay to say. But Grind Mode been rocking with Snow Goons heavy and vice versa. So it's a cool connection to have. It's going to take us a lot of places. DJ Illegal and AOK and shit have been thrown around, doing an album release in fucking Berlin. So imagine how amazing that would be. But as long as I don't have to be vaccinated, guys, I've said 3 bad things on this. This is going to get no views.
All right. All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. So you know how we roll. We always end with the table question. I don't need to explain it to you. Mm-hmm. So who's at that table with you?
All right, I got 5 at the table. I got 5 people at the table. I honestly, really, the first thing that came to my mind, man, was Lingo, AOK, Johnny Concepts, my wife, and my mother.
That's what's up.
Those are my 5 at my table.
Lingo's got the bill?
Yeah. You're gonna have to take care of that. Oh, sorry, Nicole. Nicole's there too by default, obviously. I'm sorry. And that just popped into my head right now too. See how special? See? Nicole's there too. Sorry, Lauren, you're there as well, obviously. And Mom doesn't have a wife, so Mom will be there alone.
That's what's up. Well, not what's up. Not that she's gonna be alone, but that's what's up that you got that there. But yeah. So.
Look at this. Lingo is paying for everything. Lingo is the GOAT. And then for some reason, shake my head. I think the shake my head is because I forgot Nicole. That's probably what it is, because I felt bad about it. So
yeah, you definitely can't forget Nicole. Oh, we're going to Taco Bell?
Sleeping on Nicole. That
where we're going, Lingo? We're going to Taco Bell? All right.
Taco Bell, let's go. All right, so that's pretty much gonna do it, man. I mean, I could play another Cypher verse and get out of here, but I'm not gonna do that, man. You guys can hop on YouTube on my Product of America channel. I have a playlist that's almost 100% of my Grind Mode Cyphers. There's like 38 on there. I think I've been a part of maybe like a 40 something or so, and I got a good chunk of them there on my Product of America page right here on YouTube. You guys can go over there and subscribe to that for me. That'd be super dope. It's really it. You can check out a lot of my Cypher work there. I've got a couple tracks up there as well. Johnny Concepts channel, there's a video we just put up, Don't Fuck With You. We shot that at the barbecue this past year. That's only sitting at like 500 views, so you guys could run that up too over on Johnny Concepts channel.
Yeah, and then we got the stick up video on the Grind Mode Cypher channel. And I have some more footage from other videos that we shot that we just needed more footage of. So we're probably going to eventually shoot some footage of that. Probably when we're out in Worcester. So if you happen to be at the Electric A's event, want to be in a fucking music video, come find us. We'll probably be in there somewhere. So
big facts.
All right, well, that's gonna wrap this up. Oh, that's right. Knowledge just mentioned it too. Ice Cold is on the Grind Mode Cypher YouTube channel. Trip and I, Mischief and Knowledge. Definitely a dope video for you to check out as well.
I love that track.
Yes. That should wrap up Grind Mode Behind the Grind Volume 50. Thank you for everyone for kicking it with us. A lot of dope questions in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate Trip for finally letting us interview you. You should have been probably one of the first ones, but 50 will have to do.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Like AOK said, man, I really big shout out to AOK too for the appreciation words he had for me in the post too. It meant a lot. And that is how I feel, man. Like I said in the interview, bro, I feel like I have more to give to you guys than I have to give myself. So I'm gonna put you guys first always. And that's just how it is, man. Grind mode everything. Fuck the rest. POA. Fucking brawl gang shit. Mario Brothers.
Yeah, and if you want to see me move into the point from now on these behind the grinds after watching me host it, put that in the chat as well. No, I'm just playing. Trip's always going to be number one on here. So, but
that was good.
I'm happy to be number two.
Yeah, man, it's fun. It's I enjoy our behind the grind, man. I know sometimes I know some weeks it feels like a job and shit like that. So I really appreciate you putting in the time with me. And even on the weeks we're not really feeling up to it and we still get shit done and rock out and we end up having a good time always. So I really appreciate you, brother, for that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Likewise. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for kicking it with us.
Peace out. My links are in the description. Go check it. Peace.